right, so we're here for the fourth episode of Scrub Talk Hoops, and we got two new guests this week again. And one is my friend Eric, and one is my buddy Cusack. And we're gonna talk about. There's only been 3 games so far since the last episode, so there's not too much to talk about. But those games have been pretty eventful since they are the conference finals, so we'll find some stuff. But before we get started on our media share, we're gonna get into our new guest bios, and first up we'll go with Cusack, and
Okay.
get started. Actually, wait, I forgot. Real quick. I gotta remind the people about my list, the greatest list, real quick. So nothing's changed. GP, Jimmy Butler, favorite current comp, Livingston, Russell Westbrook, favorite team, GSW. And then my all-time starting 5 to win a game, still the same. Still Clay in there. No one else got Clay in there, but I got him. And the GOAT is MJ still. That's my list. And now let's get it popping with Q's list. And go. This is your video, actually. Go ahead.
All right. So my favorite player all time right now is Stephen Curry. I started watching basketball right around when he started kind of being his prime. So it actually hasn't been that long since I started watching. Like 2012, 2013 maybe. Yeah, and just like, the Warriors in this past decade, just like crazy, and Steph Curry just being like the most exciting and electric player that I've watched personally. So he's there. Favorite current player to watch? It's a split between Doncic and Jokic, the two itches. One of them is like, the rising rookie star. He honestly has like the most potential that I've seen in a player
Probably
like ever. I think, I think he has potential to be like top 10 all time. I think he could definitely break into that, and we'll have to see how his career unfolds. Right now in the playoffs, though, with the teams that are still here, the player that I enjoy watching most is Jokic. He just kind of like does his thing. He just kind of walks around and like hobbles around and makes shots and makes ridiculous passes and wins games for his team. Like he's not really what you think of when you think of like a NBA center, like huge, muscular, and like athletic. He's more like chubby and slow, but yeah, he gets it done. So I like Jokic. NBA comp, I don't actually play basketball, but if I played, I always said I'd probably be like a spot up shooter, like catch and shoot guy. So I just said Steve Kerr, or someone that's relevant for the playoffs right now is Duncan Robinson.
I think you're Steve Kerr, but the coach.
I think I could be a decent coach, maybe.
Says the dude that never plays hoops. Come on, bro.
Or like if I did.
Okay.
Yeah. But watching like the Heat in this playoffs, Duncan Robinson, that guy is ridiculous. Like he takes like 90% of his shots from 3, and the way he shoots is like he just catches it as he like shoots it as he catches it, and he's already going up for the shot when the ball's coming towards him, and it's ridiculous. But that's my NBA comp. Favorite team? I don't have a team because I grew up in SoCal, and then I moved to the Bay Area for college, and then I started watching basketball, so I don't have a team. But the team that I definitely enjoyed watching the most is the 2014 Spurs, the beautiful game. The personnel that they had with their stars, and also just like the role players, like everyone knew what to do. Everyone had their jobs. There were very few like stupid players on that team. Like everyone had like high basketball IQ, played defense. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's also kind of like when Kawhi started taking off, like in 2014. And I had already predicted like the year before, 2013, 2014. I was like, Kawhi's gonna be like the next star. Like he has star potential, and that's when he was mostly known for his defense. But yeah, that team was really fun, really good, and the way they just kind of like dismantled the Heat in the finals, that was like shocking. I just remember that was like ridiculous. All-time starting five. This is pretty straightforward. Curry, MJ, KD, LeBron, and Shaq. Obviously, you have Curry and MJ in the backcourt for shooting, and just like they can ISO, they can do whatever, they can pass. KD unguardable, arguably one of the most unguardable players in history. LeBron obviously as MJ or GOAT number one or number two. What's going on?
Oh no, you're good. Continue. Let me fix something.
Okay. And then Shaq, probably the most unguardable center of all time. And so, yeah, that's what I have. I didn't put Magic because I think he doesn't provide as much spacing as Curry, even though he's a better passer than Curry. I think you have enough passing on this team between between pretty much everyone except Shaq to cover for that. And then the GOAT for me is MJ, not only for his game, but also for his influence on basketball. And he's just too iconic, I think, to be overshadowed by someone else, in my opinion. Like if you think basketball, you think MJ. And if you ask anyone that doesn't even, like people that don't even know basketball, they know MJ. They might not know LeBron, but it could change. I do think it could change, but right now I don't see anyone overtaking MJ. So that's my bio.
All right. For sure. That's pretty good. Everything is crashing real quick, but we're good. Okay, so next up we got Eric.
All right, so I'm just gonna start with my favorite player of all time. Yeah,
Get to it.
Get that highlight reel rolling. It's definitely got to be Kobe. Born and raised in SoCal, grew up a Lakers fan. You just gotta love it. You gotta love the killer instinct, the Mamba mentality. Rest in peace, Kobe. Just watched him ever since. Probably when I started watching was the dark ages. After Shaq left, and he had a few years of he wasn't doing so well on the Lakers with some bad teams, but he was killing it still. And from there, just took off. My favorite current players, I guess up and coming players that I love to watch. My Echo.
Wait, hold up, both of you guys both copped out and chose two players. That's not favorite player. What does that mean, bro? I kicked off my other favorite player from the list. You guys gotta choose.
All right,
yeah, what the? What are we doing here? Like picking 10 players? Oh
I can kick off one.
Okay, you got Q. Kick off one. This is garbage.
I'm gonna kick off Jokic. It has to be
fine.
Doncic.
Okay,
it's gotta be Doncic. Yeah.
Fine.
Sure.
We're both Doncic boys.
I mean, Doncic was literally MVP of the EuroLeague at what, like 17 or something, like something ridiculous. Like this kid coming in, taking the league by storm, and then to get the whole thing with Trae Young when they got drafted and everything. Like, man, this kid's just special. So yeah, I gotta kick off. If I gotta kick off, I gotta stick with Luka.
Okay.
It's actually funny. So
I love Luka too. He's just definitely not my favorite. But go ahead.
No, I mean, I hear you. My player comp is Eric Gordon. He is I do play basketball. I played in high school. I still play now.
Oh, big flex here. Big flex.
got my 2 years of basketball playing experience. But Eric Gordon, streaky shooter. Matt Kim says, shout out to Matt Kim, says that I kind of shoot like him too.
I think,
got a little bit
I
of-
think that's a very accurate comp. I've seen Eric hit like 12 threes in a row, and I've seen him miss like 20 threes in a row. So
Exactly.
it's very, very, very accurate.
Exactly.
Y'all got the
couldn't
same
have
name,
said it
too.
better. I know,
Yeah.
same name, same shooting form. He's got a little bit of a dribble game, drive game.
No, for sure. No, that's a good
He's
comp.
a little. He's a little chunky around the edges, low. He's built
Yeah,
a little bit.
he plays like a stockier player. Yeah, no.
Yeah, he plays like a stockier player for sure. I mean, my initial pick was gonna be Nick Young, but you know, Matt got
That's
me
not-
against that. So yeah,
Yeah, nah.
so Jeremy and Matt know what's up, and so Eric Gordon, I gotta go with it. Even though honestly, when I first heard it, I didn't really like it because I don't really like the Rockets that much. But you know, that's another story for another time. Favorite teams got to be Lakers. I'm a huge fan of that Spurs team that Q was talking about. I love good basketball, and they were playing some of the most beautiful basketball I've ever seen. But
Yeah.
I mean, ride or die, I'm Lakers for life, so that's just not going to change.
For sure.
All-time starting five to win a game. So I was kind of looking at Q's list, trying to do a little bit of countering. I was also, I'm just in it. I'm in it with the small ball guys. So we're going the best versatile 5-man. Just got all the packages. There's not a weak link on here.
Wait,
We got
Shaq?
LeBron.
You just put Shaq into any 4 guys, and he'll destroy your team.
Yeah, but
Who's guarding Shaq?
I'll take threes over twos.
What do you mean your
Take
team
threes
sucks
over
at
twos.
shooting? What are you talking about? You got one shooter, Kevin Durant. Everyone else sucks at shooting. What the heck?
All right, you're right. But okay, think about this. Bring Shaq in the post. Let me double him and watch my rotations. Watch the shot clock run
Okay,
out on you.
okay.
Watch the shot clock run out on you. 24 seconds, baby.
Okay.
You only got 24 seconds to put up a shot. Shaq can't pass out a double team like that.
Shaq will just dunk on 6 guys. Well, no, I mean like your list is more like top 5 ever close to you. Except KD,
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, KD's a small ball 5 in my lineup, so
Yeah.
I just went against the grain a little bit. I know Shaq's
No, I
supposed
like
to be
it. I
there.
like it. I respect it.
All right, and then honestly, I don't know if you watched the podcast Jalen and Jacoby or listen to it, but
Yeah.
Jacoby calls himself a die easy kind of guy when it comes to some of these things. So my greatest of all time is LeBron, especially if he wins a title with the Lakers this year, or maybe 2 titles, maybe a back-to-back. I don't know, just throwing that out there. But honestly, I'm a die easy when it comes to the GOAT conversation. I'm very easily convinced. And so LeBron is my pick if I had to pick one, because Jeremy's, big about picking just one guy.
So I read this, right? I read your little parentheses, and I feel like we've all been saying that for his past 6 title runs, and he's lost like 3 of them. So like, at what point is he disqualified? Because I said that the first year they played the Warriors when Caleb and Kyrie was down. Like I was like, if he wins this, he's the greatest ever. He didn't win that.
yeah.
Then he won down 3-1. I was like, is he the
Yeah.
greatest ever then? But then
Yeah.
he lost the next year. So is it like, I don't know. Like at what point is, like to me, like LeBron's finals win percentage is not really a knock on him or like a plus for him. Like if he wins more, like I don't know. I feel like he's got to
Yeah.
get. To me, he's got to get the all-time records. Like he's got to chase like Kareem's records and stuff. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
I totally.
Yeah, at this point, his finals record's trash. He's lost so many.
No, I hear that for sure. I mean, what the question I would ask you, and then I got one more thing to say, is do you think he had worse teams than MJ when MJ made his?
Oh, 100%
two-time
worse
three-peat?
teams. 100% worse teams. I'm not necessarily comparing them to MJ because, like, for me, like MJ's championship runs are amazing. They're all super amazing. But like, the win percentage, like 6 for 6, doesn't really matter to me so much.
I get you. I mean, it's much
That's
more
just-
than that, right? I think
Yeah.
I think
So
part of what I call LeBron the greatest is like, man, he's in his 17th year and he looks like this.
yeah, but he's
Yeah.
never. But I feel like the greatest to me, the biggest knock for me against LeBron, and the biggest plus for me for Kobe, because I think Kobe gets slept on in the greatest ever, is like who's the biggest killer that's ever existed in the league. And if you look at Kobe's numbers, he's not, right? But if you think of, from the top of your head, it's freaking Kobe. Like everyone
No, I
knows that's
totally- yeah,
Kobe.
totally.
You know?
Yeah,
But
I mean,
and
I'm born
like-
and raised Kobe fan, so
No, no,
I
that's-
totally hear that.
But that's what I mean. So LeBron's got none of that. Close, not none of that. He's just got like he's not. He's still great in the.
He's
clutch.
different.
It's just you don't fear LeBron late game like you fear like Jordan and Kobe.
Oh yeah, if I need someone to take a last second shot for the win, I'm going Kobe all day. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
I'm taking Kobe every time.
But the reason why I bring that up is the GOAT conversation is Jordan's got that. He's got iconic shots. He's got the 6 for 6. He's got all of it. So, like,
Yeah.
what does LeBron do to cement himself over that? I think he's got to be, like, mad clutch. Like,
I see what you're
I
saying.
don't know. That's, like, the one factor he's, like, super missing to me because obviously statistically he's dominant. Great passer. I mean, this year alone, actually, like, regular season to me is another thing for his legacy. Like, averaging 10-plus assists, leading the league is crazy.
Yeah.
Leading the league is crazy. Yeah, his
So
vision.
that to me,
yeah.
like that to me is like more so like obviously winning a title is crazy. So that
It honestly
definitely
comes
was.
down to like what your criteria are for
Exactly.
like who you say is top 10, who you say is GOAT. And so it's really gonna vary person to person.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why? Like the reason why I put this in the intro. Here, let me pause this video.
And I'm getting distracted watching Kobe just
So,
go,
like-
go on these fools.
I think the GOAT question is one of the most arbitrary questions, just in general, because everyone has arbitrary answers and based on certain criteria. Like they'll always reference like Jordan has 6, and that's more than Kobe's 5. So
Yeah.
Jordan's better, or things like that. They'll bring up certain statistics, but then it's like, what about Bill Russell, dude? Bill Russell's like the winningest guy ever. So why is he not the GOAT? And then you look at Wilt. He has like what 1 or 2 championships with Jerry West. I think it's 1. I think he only has 1. I forget, but it's definitely 1 or 2. And it's like, but statistically, he's godly. So it's like, is he the GOAT? Probably not. And then it's like, when you harp on like the win percentage of Jordan, it's like a little bit frustrating when I feel like it's such a holistic review of who the greatest player is of all time, right? Are we talking about accolades or just purely basketball? If we're talking about purely basketball, I'm probably gonna take LeBron or Shaq, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's just like this guy's like the best
Mhm.
person to ever play the game. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
I don't
how
know.
dominant is like
Yeah,
the dominant
but it's
part
like-
of the greatest of all time. Because Shaq
Exactly.
was dominant, like he was killer. But did he have the same longevity or like work ethic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
like all roundedness, that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
So like that's why like I'm not sure, and like when you put that in parentheses, it got me thinking again about like when is my opinion gonna change? Because I'm still on the MJ train, even though I don't like being on the MJ train. Like I will do anything I can to say MJ is not the GOAT, but I think like I have to say he's the GOAT.
Until LeBron proves you otherwise.
No, not even LeBron. Any player can. To me, like early in KD's career, I thought he was going to become the GOAT because his numbers were comparable to Jordan and his efficiency was higher and he's looking unstoppable. I think if he didn't have this Achilles injury, he was on trajectory too. We'll see next year if he can get back on it, but like because he was outpacing LeBron in scoring, like all these things. So
Yeah,
like
that's true. That's true.
to me, like he could have done it too, but like I don't. Just in general, like I'm kind of sick of MJ being the GOAT.
It's time for someone new to take the throne. Man.
No, he's ridiculous. I mean, if you just watch any of his stuff, you look up. When I get sick of it, I'm like, dude, was MJ really that good? And then bring up his basketball reference. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's
It's
ridiculous.
godly. It's
absolutely.
It's godly ridiculous. So it's like, and that's all with mid-range jumpers. So like, bro, he's got to still be the GOAT for me. And like, well, so like, this is a question I'm trying to answer for all of us. At what point, what more does LeBron need to do in order to become the GOAT, or is it impossible for him? You know, is it impossible?
I think for some people, honestly, like it's not a conversation.
What if he wins?
For some people,
What if he wins 3 in a row with the Lakers with Anthony Davis? Is he the
I feel
GOAT?
like if he wins 2 in a row, I gotta cement him there, man. That's championships with three different teams.
franchises.
And his 18th year leading them.
So you're saying 2, so not actually 1 then?
I guess so.
I feel like,
I mean,
especially this year's an asterisk. It's really weird.
I know it's really strange. I feel like you can't mark it as a full. I mean, in some, yeah.
Some
But
ways
in
it's harder, some ways it's
It's
easier.
harder. Yeah.
But it's like after this year, he wins another one. I'm not saying he's better than MJ. Like I don't know.
I
Maybe
feel like I
want
wouldn't
to.
cement it. Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know if I can. To me, like in order to surpass MJ, like to just dethrone someone, it has to be like almost unanimous. Like everyone's like, this guy's way better. Like he's
All right,
just-
here's my hot take.
Yeah.
Here's my hot take. If LeBron plays in the NBA with his son,
See, I think that's like
he's the
another.
greatest.
That's like another factor. Like that seems
Fair enough.
I
trivial.
think so.
Seems
I was actually
trivial.
gonna say that.
What if he like? Do you know how like all these great players they have so many freaking they have sons and the sons almost never live up to their
Yeah.
like their fathers. Obviously, it's like unfair
Bronny,
expectation.
baby.
But then Bronny makes it to the league, and then your dad gets you a free championship.
Yeah, bro. If he wins the ring with
He
his
wins
son,
a ring with his son.
He just, yeah,
There's
and his
no
son does
way.
nothing. That'd be so
He is
funny.
undeniably the greatest.
That might
of all
take him
time.
there.
It's just-
Imagine
it's just-
Bronny throwing a lob to his dad. That'd be so
Dude.
sick. But anyways.
I wait for that day, man. I really want LeBron to like even coast for the next like 2 years just to play with his son. I would love to see
I
that.
really want him to pass Kareem's
Reddit's
record.
gonna break.
I really want him to.
I think you could do it.
Yeah, he could just play low post and just play more like a power forward type role instead of
An
handling
average,
so much.
I mean, yeah. And then once he really feels like his body's taking a toll, he just goes Vince Carter on people, and he could last like another 3 years, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, I mean, hopefully we see something happen with him and he doesn't just because like all these greats retire kind of early when they're still good, except Timmy D. But
And Manu.
yeah, and I guess Dirk faded off. See, like you don't want that necessarily.
Dirk was straight up
Dirk was-
unable to run.
Unable to
That
run for
last
3
season.
years. I think 3 years. Like 3 years, he was just not able to do anything. But he was plagued with injuries, so it was a little different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So anyway,
honestly, I have to disagree with the Tim Duncan part. I don't think he was as trash as Dirk by the
oh
end
no,
of
no,
his
for
career.
sure. No, I'm saying I was just talking about greats that like forced
Yeah,
him
yeah,
and
yeah.
kept playing. Like
I know
Duncan
what you
had
mean.
like a slow decline because he was still like producing. He's still winning championships. Like he's godly. So like
I was gonna say, you don't think Duncan could have played 2 more years?
I think he
I
could've.
mean, he could have. Like the way
Like
he was doing it
Manu
at the time.
definitely couldn't. Manu definitely couldn't.
No.
But like Timmy D, I feel like.
Yeah, he probably
Yeah.
could have played a little bit more. All right, let's get into our media share. We took quite a bit of time, but it's all good. We got to talk about the GOAT sometimes. But so the first topic, like always, is we're gonna do the best individual performance, and for me, I selected Game 3 of Jamal Murray. But I just watched that Heat Celtics game, and my boy Tyler Hero, who I've been harping on the whole year, he is so goddamn good. And I don't even think the YouTube highlight videos are up yet. But this
I don't
guy,
think so either.
this guy was, dude. I didn't even think his passing's that good, but in the playoffs, dude, his head is up, bro. Like he's such a threat. Like he's so confident, he knocks him down. So then people start respecting his game. Then he starts dumping it down. Like he's got it all, and he hit big threes, hit that big step back. He had a couple bad heat checks throughout the game, but I think those are fine. But like a game where Jimmy wasn't playing that well, Jimmy wasn't playing that assertively. Goran missed like a bunch of threes. It's like, who else is going to create for you? And you have this random rookie that you got who's just balling. He's so good. Like, that is so lucky that they got him. And, like, he scored, 33 today? I think that's his career high.
I think it was like 38. Was it?
Was it?
37.
37
maybe hit-
points, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Dude, oh, man. You could even see his facial hair. He's got, like, little pubes on his chin. They're like,
He didn't make all rookie team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because it's like regular season. Even though, like, I would have put him on all rookie team because, like, I saw him the whole year and I saw the shots he was hitting. But like,
Where's Kendrick Nunn in these? Where's Kendrick Nunn in this series, man?
Because Hero is so good.
Kendrick Nunn has disappeared. He was on the all rookie team.
Yeah, he made first team, right? None.
Yeah.
He was really good in the regular season.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was.
But like, the truth is that, like. And Q was saying like Duncan is one of his favorite players, but Duncan's been playing like shit in the playoffs. I was like saying like, bro, like he's not been playing up to par like he's playing in the regular season. Regular season,
He had a few really good games.
Yeah, and then every other game he's been doo doo. Like he's done nothing.
I don't know about that.
No, look at it. Look at it. The amount of minutes he gets to. Like he panics a lot. He makes a lot of bad decisions. He's very emotional. He does it. He's like literal opposite of Tyler Hero with like the emotional factor. I was talking about it last week too, but like Duncan, if he had like the reason why Hero's getting so much more minutes at that like the shooting guard position is because that's all that matters in the playoffs, you know. And like Hero is just like crazy, man. So
yeah, I hear that.
That's my performance because I think without Hero, this game it would be 2-2. Yeah, 2-2 for sure.
100%.
Yeah, that was real hero ball, man. He's so fun. He's slowly becoming my favorite player in the league. Probably my favorite young guy in the league.
I mean, he was one of the first. Like I was telling Liz this. He was one of the first like viral high school. Not first,
No,
but
no,
like
he was. He was.
he was in that. Like he was so viral.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
crazy.
I know. Me and you watch me and you, Eric. I don't know if you watch QSOC like high school mixtapes. Like, I want. There's always like at least like 5 high school prospects I watch each year. Like right now, it's like that Mikey kid. He's like popping
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
But like that time, there was 2 white kids in the Midwest: Mac McClung and Tyler
Yeah.
Hero. Mac
Yeah.
McClung went to Georgetown, didn't work out. He would turn out to be a bust. Tyler Hero, he didn't look as good as Mac. He wasn't as flashy, didn't dunk as
Yeah.
crazy. But this guy balling at Kentucky,
he's
and now he's a
balling.
beast,
Yep.
bro. I didn't think he was
now he's
gonna
on
be
the
this
Heat,
good.
killing it.
And his moves are exactly the same, like the way he moves. And I'm like, just like, oh man, this guy translated to the NBA. It's pretty.
The types of
it's pretty amazing.
shots that he makes, like just like off balance, like fading away and stuff.
Yeah, he hits a lot of hard step back threes, man. Those were
Yeah,
some
and
hard
he
shots.
drives well, he passes well, he rebounds well. This guy's a legit like star, I think.
He's legit, man. He's super legit.
Yeah.
I don't know what his ceiling's at, but he's definitely got the factor that most players don't ever have or ever develop. So that's why I love the guy and why I gave him my game or my performance of the week. But then we'll move on to the next one. So we'll go with let me cue this clip up. Yeah, let's. So Q, go ahead. You're gonna speak on this Jaylen Brown game.
Yeah. So I actually didn't get to watch a lot of games this past week because I was in slow.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, this game I watched, Celtics Heat Game 3, Celtics down 2-0, and it's pivotal. If they go down 3-0, it's basically over. And this game, he was just like the whole game. He was just super clutch, both on offense and defense. If you just watch the highlights, like he just makes really smart plays, makes ridiculous shots, like that one just there. And then in the fourth quarter, I think the Heat were kind of like making a comeback, and then his defensive plays where he just like, I think he made 2 steals like in a row,
Yeah, this
which
is
led to fast break baskets.
This is the only game I missed this series.
Yeah, he just eats
Yeah.
Goran Dragic up right here. He just
Yeah,
kills him.
he just locked down people and made really big plays for the Celtics, and it was really impressive. And I like him as a player overall. I think he still has a long way to go, but he's really gotten a lot better since his rookie year. And yeah, I think his performance really kind of brought the Celtics back from basically elimination. So this is a game that I really enjoyed watching overall. But yeah, Jaylen Brown.
Hey, shout out
Really,
to Jaylen. Shout out to Jaylen Brown. He's a Cal alum.
Yeah, shout out to our UC Berkeley boy.
Run roll. I watched this guy yam like 10 times, bro.
Hey, I gave this guy a cupcake on Sprout one time.
Ooh.
This dude he's so athletic. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I watched this video of him working out with like some college guy. I think it was his friend, and like he was just demolishing him just every time, like driving and shooting and just like.
Dude, I totally
he's
forgot
really
about
good.
this, but I can say something. I made Jaylen Brown smile one time. I forget what game it was, but he had a godly game. I forget against who. And then after, like, so after all the Cal games, all the players, I think it's usually on wins. Maybe if they lose to, I forget. But they'll walk in front of like the all the fans, the student section, and they'll like high five us all and everyone. And I was like so hyped. I was like, "You're a savage, bro!" And then he started laughing. And then I just totally remember that because you know the Jaylen Brown smile, and I was just like, "Dude, I just remember. I totally forgot that happened."
He's a good guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have sent in a picture of me and Jaylen Brown I took after I gave him that cupcake on Sprout.
Yeah. Yeah, but dude, he's been playing well. I
He's a
honestly
beast.
thought he was gonna be trash in the NBA. After watching him up close,
It was up and down that first year. He was up and down that first year.
So like he had a horrible tournament, but like I don't count that against him too much. It's just that I never thought he would be able to shoot a corner 3 like he does. Like he had no range. He didn't even have a mid-range jumper really in college.
Yep. He didn't
His
look.
shooting was really bad.
Non-existent.
His handling was really bad too.
No. His handle was fine. His handle was fine. Like
It wasn't. If you look at his like first couple of years, it really wasn't working very well. Like
Yeah. I mean,
he
he's not elite.
a lot of turnovers and stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely.
But he got a lot better.
But he's not like a who doesn't have a handle that's like a wing player. I'm trying to think.
Danny Green.
No, I'm trying to think of
Green
like
got
an
no
athletic
handles.
guy. Maybe like a Gerald Green. Do you know how like Gerald Green's just like athletic freak, can shoot a little bit, but his handle's not
Yeah.
that great.
Yeah, that's a good.
But like
comment.
no, in college, Jalen Brown was doing stuff with his handle, and he had some moves, and he did some things, but he just couldn't shoot the ball. But now he's a threat on the perimeter, incredible defense,
And yeah, his defense got so good. Like he's just
Yeah.
when he's locked
His
in,
defense
he's
is
looking
really
athletic,
good.
dude. This guy's nice, and I didn't know that he carried this game because I didn't really recap either. But no, this I totally believe it. Dude, these steals are
That's on Bam right there.
Yeah.
yeah, and
That's
and,
an and
and
one.
like today when they go to that small ball lineup, he's in charge of guarding Bam, which
Yep.
I think it worked out in this like last 5 minute stretch. Bam didn't really do much, but like just the fact that he can do that and be that versatile defender that guards the big and small ball lineups is like great.
Yeah.
He's a big
Huge
boy.
plus.
He's definitely a big boy. All right, let's get into the next one. So obviously we can't forget about this one, but I'm pretty sure. Did you choose game 1 or game 2?
Game 1.
Okay, so this is the right one. Game 1 AD. Speak on it.
Game 1. I mean, it was just interesting because the Nuggets just came out of a super,
Yeah, 2 days
crazy
before this.
comeback. Yeah, 2 days before this, and so the big question is like, how are the Nuggets going to play? Are they going to ride that emotional high of winning Game 7, winning that series, and come out and just take the Lakers by storm? Lakers look pretty slow sometimes after they have a long rest,
Yeah.
but AD just came out and was beasting on
He was
people.
dominant game 1.
He just came out with a purpose. Like
Yeah.
they went up big in this game. Like him and Rondo, I love that connection there.
I honestly don't remember any specific plays. I just remember that Anthony Davis was so dominant and the game was over.
Yeah, the two things I remember is that, and then I gotta shout out Rondo honestly
Yeah,
because
he
Rondo,
played really
I just
well.
felt like he was all over. I mean, he hasn't had a very good series overall, but like game 1,
No, game 1 he played incredible.
he had 9 assists, 7 points, a 3.
I think he knocked
2
down several
steals.
threes. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at the stats. I was like, dang, I feel like that stat line, like he was even better than a stat. He was like plus 13 and plus, like he was everywhere that game. I feel like
I feel
he
that.
just-
I feel
yeah.
like. Do you know how we talk about the last? If we mention the last series, the matchup with Rondo and Westbrook.
yeah,
So in my head, they're obviously the games are completely different, but they're very similar players to your team because they demand the ball in their hand, and sometimes they just lose you games.
yeah.
Like Rondo, even off the bench, he will like take like 10 possessions by himself and lose you the game sometimes.
And he will run pick and roll when he maybe should be giving the ball to
Yeah,
AD and just
and
letting
he'll
AD
miss
go
like
to
and
work.
he'll miss like 4 threes and like he'll do that. But his decision making overall is so incredible. I was telling like most people like that were complaining his first game back he didn't play so hot. I don't think, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Yo, why did Vogel play Rondo so much?" I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
Rondo's a basketball savant. He's just a
I
genius.
know that's why I actually
genius.
love Rondo.
Yeah.
I love Rondo. His IQ is insane.
Yeah, you can
And
even
his playoff experience.
Yeah,
you could even question like why the Heat are playing Iguodala 20 plus minutes today, and it's because of that IQ. You know that kick pass he made at the end of the game. Not everyone's gonna make that pass where he gets it dumped down. I think Bam threw it to him down low. He could have went up for the layup. He hit that open 3. Dragic hits the 3, seals the game. Like, I think it's just so hard to be so smart. So that's where their value is. But for sure, AD, dude, Rondo enabled him so hard.
yeah. I mean, look at these
Holy
passes.
crap,
Like,
man. Yeah, those
And
passes.
the
man,
Nuggets don't really have an answer for AD. Like they don't have anyone that can match up.
They don't.
Jeremy Grant,
Not at all.
no. Jokic, no.
No,
Plumlee, no.
I mean, no one in the world, I don't think, can match up with this guy. I'm trying to
I mean,
think,
there's like
who's the
there's a
best?
few players.
Who's the best defender in the league to guard Anthony Davis?
Probably like Giannis or
it
Brook
might
Lopez.
be Giannis
people
or like
like
it might be
Yanni.
Bam. I mean, Bam.
Yanni
Bam.
Bam.
pretty
I
athletic.
think Draymond does a good job too. So I
Yeah,
put,
Draymond
like,
does a good job
I put
on
like
him.
those 3 guys because you got to be extremely mobile and you got to be able to bang down low.
Honestly,
Yeah.
PJ Tucker did a pretty good job on AD.
Come on, Q. Come on.
He's
bro.
just way too
come on,
short,
Q.
man.
PJ
PJ,
PJ saying like I'm gonna lock him up. I'm the 5, baby, and I'm gonna dude like Sure, he has like some good possessions here and there, but he was getting domed on, bro. Like you can't. It's not even close.
Towards like the second half, or like towards like the
Second half
later
of the
parts of that series,
Yeah, it was just.
or
Not,
yeah, the later parts of the series, PJ Tucker, it wasn't working anymore.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, he was definitely.
No.
80 was like, who is this dude?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that was like last year when Pat Bev's guarding KD and like the first game, like sure
Yeah, exactly.
you like semi locked him up, but then they just dom on you, bro. Like what can you do against
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
You can't do anything.
It doesn't work for long.
But no, I love PJ Tucker, but there's no way he's guarding that guy.
He's
there's
too short.
Yeah, dude. There's the size
Yeah,
is
not for a whole
too
series.
much, bro.
Yeah,
Too
for
much.
on any given night,
much,
you know,
yeah.
he could do work. AD misses a
dude,
couple shots,
way too much.
but in a 7-game series,
No,
Yeah,
no
exactly.
way. Yeah. All right. So the next thing we're gonna do is the best game. So I chose today's game because I thought today's game was crazy. I mean, I had such a good time watching today's game. He Celtics game 4. I really wanted the Celtics to win just because I want the series to go 7. Like
Yeah.
I honestly feel so conflicted when I see Jimmy at the line and he has to knock those down. I'm like, dude, I want you to miss, but I don't want you to miss because you're my favorite player. But I want the series to go on. So it's like I feel so conflicted, and the games are so competitive and so fun. So
Yeah.
I mean, this game was crazy, and the Celtics made a run. Dude, Jason Tatum had 0 points at the half, and he
and
goes
went
off for
10
28
he
or
went
something.
10 for 15
Oh
in the
my
second half.
gosh!
He
If he
went
made
10 for
one
15.
layup in the first half, one layup. Oh my gosh! Oh, what a game though! It was super fun. I really liked it. Obviously, we talked about Hero. Hero popped off. Jimmy sealed it. He hit clutch free throws, and like I don't know, just the Heat. Like they just seem like they love each other. Just something
Yeah.
about it, you know.
Celtics feel like they don't.
Yeah, I mean, Celtics are just a bunch of divas, if it seems like. And I mean, the same problem last year, and Kyrie was a part of that. But even now, dude, Kemba, what did Kemba do today? He did literal 0 nothing, right? Dude, what was his stat line? I didn't see him do anything. He didn't even get many minutes.
Who's the?
Kemba's super on and off in the playoffs. He
Yeah,
has like a couple of good games.
I mean, he's
Mostly
been really
he's not
disappointing.
doing much.
He's been really disappointing.
Yeah.
I feel like Kemba going to Celtics overrated, man.
Maybe, but like, I mean, I'll say that when they lose, because I still believe in Kemba. I still believe in the Celtics squad. I still think that I said that they were gonna win 7. I still think that's a possibility.
I mean, I hear that.
Dude,
I'm not
Hayward-
saying he's not a good player. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, if you're gonna run a small ball 5, like Kemba's your weak link for sure. Other teams
Oh,
are gonna
absolutely.
attack him
No,
every single
weak-
time.
Oh,
Absolutely.
you're talking about defensive end.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you
Yeah.
got the other 4 guys are smart. Jalen Brown,
Yeah, of
Jason
course,
Tatum,
but I
and
mean-
Hayward.
Everyone's trying to replicate that Warriors style of basketball where they can hide Steph Curry, right? And they've seen that be successful. But it's just like
Steph Curry's serviceable though. I feel like.
no, no,
you know
no,
what
no,
I
no,
mean?
no, 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 no.
Come on.
Steph Curry's
More than
trash
Kemba?
defender, bro. I don't care what
More
anyone
than
says.
Kemba?
No, 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 no. Steph Curry's trash,
he's-
bro.
He's
He's
better than Kemba.
no,
He's
no,
better
no,
than Kemba,
no,
dude.
no, no, no. I'll
think
bet my
Steph Curry's worse
I'll bet
than
my
Kemba,
life
though?
on that, bro. Steph Curry, he cannot move. Oh shoot, my headphones. He cannot move his feet, bro.
Yo,
Curry, he's like literally like this. You get him on an island, you'll just blow past him. 90% of
Okay,
blow by him, dude.
he was guarding Kyrie Irving.
No, I'm not even talking about that, bro. Everyone on the roster, when you see, if I'm playing in the NBA, right? If I'm, I seen literal videos of Chinese dudes in China score on Steph Curry, bro.
count that. He's joking around there. Don't even give me that. No,
I don't care.
No.
No. His defense is trash. He just
But-
does not have the
Okay,
attributes. He doesn't
we're
have
not
quickness.
saying-
He doesn't have quickness. He doesn't have speed. He doesn't really have strength. Obviously, he's stronger than Kemba, right? But there's certain pluses. He's
But
not
you think
short. He's still
overall
6'3".
Kemba is a better defender than Steph Curry?
I'd rather have Kemba on defense than Steph Curry.
You're insane.
No, I'm not
That's a
insane.
hot take.
I'm not
You're
insane.
insane.
I'm not insane, bro.
It's not a hot take because
The
it's just wrong.
The most
It's just-
important, no, the most important thing on the perimeter is not necessarily contesting the shot. In my opinion, if you're a perimeter defender, you're the most important thing is that you keep the offensive player in front of you and you don't get blown by and have your whole team have to switch and cover, and then the whole rotations get messed up. Steph Curry literally will just get beat, bro. He'll just get beat. It's just a cakewalk on that guy.
All right, offline. I want us to pull up some Steph Curry
dude, just
defense and
I don't
Well,
care.
well-
I don't care about steals. I think steals are super overrated defensive stat. It's like if you're gambling every time, like Russell Westbrook or Stephen Curry, like, oh, you're great at steals, you're decent at defense, but then you're literally gambling and give them free points like so many times because
Well,
your defense is
I agree with
style,
that. I
bro.
agree with that.
Like,
We'll take this
Steph Curry's
offline.
trash. Steph Curry's trash, bro. His defense.
We'll
absolute-
take this offline and go
absolute
back to
garbage,
our
bro.
highlights.
No one will change my mind. I've watched too many times where dudes just. The only offensive scheme you needed against the Warriors the past 6 years is, get Steph Curry and pick and roll, get the switch, and go to work, baby.
I think it's because you didn't watch enough Kemba Walker. He's probably rotten in Charlotte.
No, that's true. That's true. Kemba's bad. Kemba's not a good defender. He's a tiny boy. Obviously, being tiny hurts a lot. I'm just saying I value quickness more than height. So that's why I would take Kemba on defense over Steph, even though they're probably equally as bad. No, I definitely get that. But
All right, let's move on.
Yeah. That's enough of the Heat Celtics game. But all right. So before that, I think we all had the clear best game of the past couple games, which is Lakers Nuggets game 2. Incredible game. Incredible. Actually, just incredible basketball. Incredible finish. Incredible, like, I can't say much more, man. It's just like, I mean, you guys go into it.
I mean, the one thing I will say is that it shouldn't have been that close, if I'm going to be honest. Like, Jokic had himself a game. The Nuggets really willed themselves back. And the Lakers, honestly, squeaked out with the 83-pointer. Like, it shouldn't have been that close.
Oh, for sure.
But it was a great game to watch. It was an amazing game to watch.
Yeah.
Honestly, that very last possession with the inbound from Rondo to AD,
Yeah.
and then Plumlee just like not guarding him was
it
was the most like ridiculous, like most puzzling thing I've seen.
It was very, very, very.
So the Lakers really lucked out.
They did luck out. I mean, like, I've seen I don't know if I'm sure you guys have, but like I listen to a lot of people talk about that, and there's a lot of different opinions on like if it's Mason's fault or what. And like me personally, if I'm a Nuggets fan, like if I become a Nuggets fan for a day, I wouldn't hate Mason Plumlee for that so much, because it was like it wasn't like a Chandler Parsons one where Dame just literally just ran away from him.
I was going to bring that one up because that's what it reminded me of.
It kind of did, but like this one, there was an actual switch that could have happened. They had a miscommunication, so that's one. Another one was a time on the clock. So if I'm thinking like I'm guarding AD, I want to guard the lob threat more than the 3-ball. Like, what's the chance he's going for a 3-ball here? And it's like it's probably less. So like I get what he's doing. It's no excuse for terrible defense. Just terrible defense.
Yeah.
But do I want to crucify the guy? Not so much. I just think it's bad.
Yeah.
And Jokic got a great contest. So like. AD just made an amazing shot.
Jokic did contest. I think it was kind of just like a brain fart moment.
Oh, no,
like you said, just like a miscommunication on defense.
Yeah, because they could have switched it.
Yeah, what's really weird? What's really weird is he calls for the switch.
Let's watch it real quick.
He calls for the switch, but there's no screen. Like he just kind of switches.
So you can argue, So you can argue like.
Watch here.
Should Jeremy Grant have gone out? Yeah.
I think Mason, it's on Mason for sure, because if he's yelling switch like crazy, like super loud at him, and Jim's not even loud anymore. There's nobody in the arena, so he can hear him. He can tell him to switch and just go. Like, but it's all delayed.
Go back like a few seconds. So Jeremy Grant is on LeBron.
Let's go 0.25.
Right?
Yeah.
LeBron is not screening Plumlee. So Plumlee's here, and he just doesn't follow him. He just calls for a switch from Jokic or from whoever. He just does this.
Yeah,
it feels a little Chandler Parsons,
which is very weird.
No. I get that, but if you look at what he's doing, he's trying to catch it on the wing, right? So if he's chasing, he knows that he's not going to be able to keep up with that, right? So if Jeremy Grant switches up to the wing right here, then he can cut that off and switch it easy. Closer. Yeah, he's much closer.
Yeah.
He's in the trajectory of where he's going, right?
Right.
So that's why he's calling for the switch, but he called for the switch like very haphazardly, it seems.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's like a look. Jokic gets there before Jeremy Grant does. So
Jokic got way there. He was there with a good contest.
Yeah, it's like
a good contest.
Combination of horrible communication and just a collapse.
Just a
Yep.
bona fide
Amazing
superstar
shot.
play right there.
That's an amazing
Yep.
shot.
Gotta give credit to AD on that one.
No, that's an amazing shot. This game was incredible. I know a lot of our best plays of the week come from this game also, so we can just go over that while we're at it. And mine was at two of these back to back, bro. When they were down, what was it? Here, let me go back to normal speed.
Can't guard it any better. Kentavious Caldwell made three. Jokic, tough shot.
Oh my God, it wasn't even that
Great.
one.
Go back 10 seconds. That
Not
shot.
even this one, dude. This guy was insane. This one, bro. Holy
yeah, dude.
crap, he tipped that in. So I'm gonna take 2 plays for this. I know it's against my rule. But this one, and then, bro,
Go back. I want to see that again.
the tip?
Yeah.
Wait, it was here. No, it wasn't.
There's this one, and then this one, and this one.
Look how short this one is.
And he just kind of like,
And he just guided it in.
That was kind of insane.
But then the
I'm not
possession.
gonna lie though. The first shot he made over AD, I feel like was like up there for me too, because
They
that
were
shot,
all insane,
AD,
man.
AD was all over him. There was no space.
Dude, this shot too, like they were going at it. That's why this game was. This is my favorite play. Okay, I'll choose one. This is my favorite play. When was the last time we saw?
After you chose 2 plays already,
Okay,
just a favorite play.
no, okay, yeah, I'll take those back. But when was the last time we seen like a true big take a shot in crunch time when you needed a bucket? And I can't remember one. Maybe JoJo sometime, but like I don't remember. And he just goes. And when was the last time we seen a guy go and shoot one of these shots down low in the post? He just manhandled the best defender in the league. Wow. The balls on that too. Like I love that so much. That's like I'm the best player in the world. I'm gonna get a bucket, and I'm bigger than you, and you're a tiny boy.
The thing is, for me though, I feel like
Insane, man.
honestly, AD can guard Jokic, but he just didn't. I feel like AD.
No, you
I mean,
can't, dude. That's a size
Honestly-
difference, bro.
honestly, I think
Jokic
Jokic is like deceptively really strong and really heavy, and AD can't really do much there. Like he's doing his best.
Yeah,
But then if you watch in Game 3, like there were a couple of plays where like AD stood his ground against.
no,
a
for
similar
sure.
thing.
I mean, AD's a great, like, arguably the best defender in the league. But like at this point, when you're like in the top 10 players in the league conversation, pretty much all of them are unguardable, even with each other. That's like the game of
yeah, I hear
basketball.
that.
right
I hear
now.
that.
So like I don't expect them to stop them, but like going at the best defender in the world, arguably, and just manhandling him, shot.
We
Yeah.
should segue.
Ooh, yeah. Go ahead.
We should segue into my highlight clip.
Oh yeah,
It's also Jokic making a shot over AD.
this one, right?
And just watch this. Yeah,
Yeah, this
it
is-
made me laugh. Made me laugh.
It's a one-legged crazy one.
Watch.
Yeah, this one was absolutely insane,
What is this?
bro.
What is this?
That's a
What
terrible
is this shot?
bro.
I'm not gonna lie, that shot made me angry.
That's a terrible.
As a
shot,
Lakers fan, that shot made me angry. I was like, borderline travel, and he shouldn't have made that shot to begin with, and he still makes it.
No, it's not a
And
travel.
I hate how often he makes it too.
Borderline because he lifted a leg. I know
He
there's
lifted,
Yeah,
he lifted
No,
the leg.
there's different like rule changes. People say like
I know.
those
I
should
know.
never be
It's arguable.
travels.
It's questionable.
But
it's questionable.
this shot was crazy. He's been hitting crazy ones like this. He's playing like.
I mean, he
dirt.
did that against the Clippers too. He had that right-footed shot where he's just like jumping
Yeah,
off
yeah.
an awkward foot. It's crazy.
Yeah, this guy's nasty.
He jumps on he goes off the wrong foot and then makes like 80% of those. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's angry to me.
I mean,
As someone.
his arc is ridiculous too. It's like definitely Dirk like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Dirk like.
It's a Dirk for sure.
Oh my gosh. man.
It's like funky Dirk though, you know? It's like
Yeah.
HGs or something. Like
Yeah.
something a little funky.
No,
about
it's
it.
like
Dirk.
Dirk in his last year. That's what it looks like. It's just
Except it's good. Except it's his actual shot.
except it goes in. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude's crazy. Dude's definitely crazy.
But to your point, real quick, the last time I saw a big man do that in crunch time, was literally like Joel Embiid in the All-Star game. Like that's the only time I remember seeing
Yeah,
that.
no one
It
goes
just
down
doesn't-
low
it
like
does-
that.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen anymore.
And you get doubled so quick. But the thing with Jokic is you can't double the guy because he just passes the ball to the,
You
the
can't
best
double him.
pass.
You gotta stick with single
It's
coverage.
crazy. It's crazy. I think you have to stick with single. He's like he's definitely like a LeBron of the center. Like when you start doubling LeBron, it's almost worse for your team because like he's
Yep.
just the greatest passer.
You'd rather him get 50
Yeah.
on you.
Always gonna make
Yeah.
30 and 15.
Yeah. But if JoJo's down there, I'm doubling that dude every single time.
Oh, every
I'm
time.
Gonna, I'm
every
gonna
time.
double that guy every time.
I'll triple him. You still won't
Yeah.
find the right pass.
Yeah, but then he'll just dunk on 3 guys. I mean, it's definitely a difference in play style, which is crazy though. But yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I think Eric probably had the right answer that me and you didn't want to choose for best play, and it's the game winner. that
I
we
mean,
all
yeah,
saw.
it's the obvious choice.
It's incredible. Game winners are always incredible, and especially when they only needed 2, right? They're down
and it's
2
the
or
best shot of it's his greatest shot of his career. I mean,
greatest shot of his career, hands down.
I can't not pick that shot. So you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
I
incredible,
get
incredible.
I mean, the variety's good, but you know, you just gotta
No.
go with what's right.
That's the real answer. Actually, I'm sticking with my post move one. That one's incredible. That was incredible, man. That was so incredible.
There's a narrative there, though, you know. So that's a good one because
Yeah.
there's a narrative there. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
That one's incredible. Okay, so for our last segment for media share, we're gonna go over our favorite media opinions, and we got a couple here. Me and Q picked the same man because we're just fans of the man. But I chose this tweet up from Zach Lowe again. But I mean, when the man speaks truth, you gotta recognize. And this is how I feel, bro. I feel like this is fate that they're gonna go 7, bro. Oh man.
So, I mean, based on that-
I feel it in my bones, bro.
Based
I
on
feel
that,
it in my bones.
the Nuggets should lose the next game so they can go 3-1 again, right?
Maybe.
and then
Maybe
go
not.
on purpose.
Who knows? Who knows?
They
Holy
gotta
crap,
throw the
bro.
next game.
They got to
Oh
throw
my
the next game, yeah.
Yeah. The Nugs are fun. The Nugs are definitely fun.
So Jeremy, you think it's gonna go to 7?
I don't think so. I think it's gonna go to 6.
Eric, what about you?
I think that was my previous prediction. I either said 6 or 5. And the Lakers, 6 or 5. I forget which one, but I don't think it's going to 7.
Yeah, I gotta do a little Bayesian probability here. I
What
said
does that
4
mean?
or
What is
5.
Bayesian probability?
It's just conditional. Like if
Okay.
you asked me in the beginning of the series, I would have said 4-5, and now I'm gonna say 5-6.
Okay.
You know, that's just how it is.
Okay.
I called 5-6 before the series started.
I'm pretty sure.
I think
yeah.
6 is more likely, maybe slightly more likely, but it's still Lakers could definitely put it away in 5.
I think I said 5, and I think I'm sticking with 5.
I mean,
Okay.
even aside from me being a Lakers fan, I just don't see how the Nuggets can get 4 games on a Lakers. So I think, regardless,
Right.
I just feel like
I can see
Lakers
it,
are gonna
dude.
go to the
Jokic is
finals.
man mode, bro. See the way he's
Yeah,
playing. If he's
Jokic-
hitting, if,
Jokic
he-
is
if
gassed
he's
out
hitting
there,
those
bro.
shots, but he always
getting
looks gassed.
gassed
I
out there.
said
Oh,
that.
looks gassed, yeah.
I said that first series, and I was like, dude, this guy can't keep it up, and he just keeps beating everyone. So I don't know.
All right,
Well, he
gets
that's
fat.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yo, he looking skinny though, dude.
No, he's looking.
Yeah, he's
looking
running out of his
definitely in
fat.
shape. All right, so let's get to this one. This one's Eric. So you can sum it up. We don't have to read it. If you have a quote.
No, I mean the main thing here, I feel like it's not that hot of a take, honestly. I just brought it up because it's something I read earlier, but it's just
Wait, who's
I
this
mean,
by?
I feel like-
Jonathan Tjarks? I've never heard of
Tjarks.
him.
Sarge. I mean, I just feel like the point here is that like AD holds himself back, and somewhat even the Lakers' offense. Like I feel like AD is so dominant. I feel like he could get 50 against the Nuggets every game, and the Lakers could have swept easily if they just get in the ball in the post. Obviously, there are different reasons why they're not always doing that, but I feel like if he stops taking those jumpers all the time, like if he's wide open, take a jumper. But if you got Jokic on you, if you got Jeremy Grant on you, just take him in the post, beat Jokic with your speed, and beat Jeremy Grant and anyone else with your strength, and just go on them. And that's my take.
I agree. I said this last week too. I don't think this guy's in his final form. That's why I'm still saying that it's in 5.
100%.
Like he's not even close to his final form. Like we seen him in the final form previous playoff series when we pooped on him, but that's because he had no help.
Yeah.
But like
I feel like the thing
now,
is with
dude,
him
he's
is,
not.
like,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the final form with him, like he gets there mentally. Like once he gets that killer instinct every single time, when it's almost like a realization moment of like, oh, I can take it every single time. Give me the ball every time. Like once he hits that, That's it right there.
Yeah, I think for me also, it's more of like a touches issue. I think he needs to put up more shots. That's the
Yeah, I
only
agree.
concern I have. I don't care if he's shooting jumpers so much because he's draining them. He's
That's true.
draining them, bro.
That's true.
So like, whatever style you want to play, like you do that because I don't necessarily consider AD a low post threat. He's not really. He's more of like a lob threat, like dump down low kind of threat. He doesn't really
Okay.
have low post moves that much. It's kind of like I don't want him to play what's not his game, you know. And
Right.
he's definitely so versatile, but he just needs to get shots up, bro. He needs to just.
Needs more
But-
touches for sure.
Yeah, we're shooting too many threes for the Lakers, you know? Like
Yeah.
like sometimes and that'll be the only way you lose, which is very possible when your 3-point shooters aren't hitting and they're not very good to be honest. So
I mean, yeah, Lakers went like 25 or 30% from three, even lower maybe in game 3. They went, I heard this stat. I was just listening to a podcast. I forgot which one, but I heard a stat that I think Jalen Jacoby actually, the Lakers went 0 for 9 in game 3 in 3-pointers where the defender was 6 feet or more
more away.
away.
Yeah, like
Over
wide open
9.
ones. No,
Wide
that's what I
open
mean.
ones.
Like they don't really have great shooters. You wanted
They
Danny
gotta hit
Green to be
those.
that shooter, but Danny Green's actual trash now.
He's washed.
He's so washed. Like
Yeah, I've been on the Danny Green train for a while, and I have to admit he's on a decline, man.
Yeah, exactly. So like we all watched him on the Spurs. We loved him. Arguable, almost Finals MVP the year they won, or did they lose that year? I don't remember. But remember he had like an insane amount of threes. So
He's
like
killing it. He was destroying.
he was a beast.
He
And his
destroyed the game.
defense good, chase down blocks, all that stuff. But he's lost a step, and it's like I don't know why his jumper's affected though. Like I feel like he's just not a consistent shooter anymore.
I feel like he's streaky now in a way that he didn't used to be.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
it's the bubble. Maybe he
Yeah.
comes back next year. Maybe he looks better. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, KCP's draining. Caruso plays well. Like, I think the Lakers are still just insane. So, I mean, we definitely agree that that's how scary this guy is. He's not even in final form, bro. He's like, oh my god, he's like stage 2 Frieza, bro. He's not even perfect form. This guy's, man, he's real good. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem like LeBron's trying that hard.
I agree. Game 3 feel like a coasting game for LeBron.
Yeah, like he doesn't care that much because he knows he's gonna win or something. I don't know, but they're incredible. I still consider them the favorites. I think whoever comes out of the East, they're definitely gonna be the underdog.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
But we'll definitely see if we get that Celtics Lakers matchup. All right, so we'll go to Q's.
Yeah, there's another Lakers bit, but we can listen to it, right?
Yeah. Just give us some background and then I'll play it.
Yeah, this is just talking about like how Zach Lowe picks like his defense team, all defense team,
Mm-hmm. Switching it.
And, okay, and how he like talked to some people and what they said about like the Lakers and specifically LeBron and AD. So we can listen to it.
As a player of the year and all defense stuff, you know, one of the things I do is I ask tons of people for their opinions, players, coaches, GMs, etc. I also ask analytics guys around the league, what is your secret stuff? Tell me about who the best forwards are or whatever. A few of them came back and said, you know, it might surprise you, but our stuff ranks LeBron as the best defender on the Lakers and not Anthony Davis. And to me, that didn't pass it passed my eye test because I've seen LeBron play defense. He's been amazing. I thought Anthony Davis was still better. But the fact that there was these systems around the league spitting this out, I think that's the other big issue, or the other big storyline is that the Lakers have bought in from day one. And when LeBron buys in from day one, it's LeBron James. Everybody has to buy in. There is no tolerance for dispassionate defense from anyone. And we have seen the payoff for that in the playoffs. They have been outstanding defensively and against good offensive teams. I mean, you're not going to hold them to like bottom 5 level points per possession, but you're going to hold them to good enough that you can win, and they've done that.
There was a possession last night. I think it was
That
the
it?
fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Zach Lowe is still in the opinion that AD is their best defender, which I also agree with. From the eye test and from just like common sense, it would seem like AD is their best defender. I kind of brought this up because I think LeBron has gotten a lot of bad rap in the past few years for being like kind of what we were mentioning just now, kind of being a little
Lazy.
coasting on
Yep.
defense. Yeah, a little lazy on defense. But I remember I watched this other YouTube video, and now also listening to this and just talking about LeBron's defense and how he's more. I think he's more like similar to how he runs the offense, where he's more like savant-like and more kind of like controlling the floor rather than like taking people one-on-one and like defending the crap out of like one person, one player.
Mhm.
That's the way I see it. Is like he's more valuable on like a team defense level, where AD is more valuable on like a man-to-man defense level.
I agree. I think we all know like LeBron's basketball IQ is probably top in the league, if not like top 1.
Yeah.
And like he reads plays, his weak side help is ridiculous. I think that the threat of getting chased down blocked or weak side blocked by LeBron, if I was a guard going in the paint, that's like the one thing you don't want to happen, you know? So like
Crazy
And-
because he's built that reputation as far as chase down blocks go. That
Yeah.
like his reputation is almost a defender. Like you get scared,
Exactly.
you get psyched out, and that's
No,
like that's
it's
insane.
incredible.
Exactly.
That's like next level right there.
so
that threat is itself is a really big value in
Yeah.
terms of defense. Of like it's lurking, so
no,
players
it's crazy. Like
kind
I
of
would
spooked.
I would never expect the analytics to support that. Because these are kind of intangible
Mhm.
things we think about, but that's kind of like super crazy that the analytics are saying the same thing. That's kind of absurd.
Yep.
And like that kind of brings us full circle to our GOAT conversation, where a lot of people they say the reason why Michael Jordan's better is because he's a better defender than LeBron. He won Defensive Player of the Year. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? LeBron could guard centers. Bro,
Yeah.
like MJ can't guard centers. This guy's 6'10", 250, bro. He's like he's a tank. And like MJ's not doing chase down blocks like that, bro. He's not doing that in the finals. He's like LeBron is like he should have won Defensive Player of the Year the year Marcus All won it. Now he's past the
So-
time he can't. But
Marcus All won a defensive player of the year. with
exactly,
LeBron.
bro.
Come
Come
on,
on.
man.
And I was like, dude,
so
this was a year Braun was destroying on the Heat. One of the years. Yeah, go ahead.
if we talk about the GOAT conversation in terms of like who is the most complete player, like most complete basketball player, it's really hard to argue MJ over LeBron, because LeBron is just better passer. He can guard more positions. He can shoot now. I don't know. Who do you think is a better 3-point shooter between MJ and LeBron?
It's hard to say. We were talking about this last week too. Luke was saying I didn't fact check him, but he was saying like, because I was saying Kobe was probably a better 3-point shooter, and then he was saying or I was saying MJ was, but he said MJ was probably around 31% and Kobe's 33%. So he's pretty low percentage wise, but I would say the same thing. It's a different era. If MJ was playing now, he would develop a 3-point game. I wouldn't think that he would be incapable of that and be locked to mid range only. Like he would have done it. It was just like the time.
Yeah.
And he was just so
Yeah.
dominant in the mid range.
Yeah, but I would still say overall, the complete package that LeBron has in terms of being a basketball player, I think he does have the edge over MJ there.
I see that, and I also don't, because like I think MJ probably is better on the perimeter. Also, his hands are like massive. Like I think he's probably like quicker on the perimeter, but just the fact that I agree that LeBron guarding the fives, that's incredible,
Yeah.
man. That's actually he could guard Karl Malone, bro.
Yeah,
They're
he
the
legit
same
could.
Right.
body,
He was
and
the
Karl
same-
Malone's like the
same build.
biggest guy in the league. So it's like this guy's incredible.
And honestly, I think the other significant gap is definitely the passing, where MJ was a good passer,
Yeah,
and LeBron is like
LeBron is
the best
elite.
passer in the league.
LeBron is
Yeah.
elite
Yeah.
passer.
yeah. LeBron's elite. I agree.
There's a significant gap.
For sure. Yeah, there's a significant gap. The pros and cons are definitely there, but like MJ's mid range game is better than anyone's that has ever existed. So like that's something else. But yeah, I mean that's incredible that like LeBron leading the analytics. That's just like wild to me. That's super wild. But there's 2 more series left, like still, and they're both like halfway through, maybe close to finishing up. So what are you guys? What are your final predictions for how the series are gonna end up? You can go first, Eric.
Lakers definitely over the Nuggets. I'm gonna say in 6,
In 6, you're saying 6.
and I'm gonna say. I mean, after today, it's hard not to say Miami 3-1 lead. I'm gonna say Miami. I haven't thought about how many games yet, but I'm gonna take Miami out of these. It's gonna be a nice LA Miami finals over here.
You don't know how many games for Miami? You got to pick one. Miami and what? 6?
Hey, I'm gonna count on them to finish it off. I'm gonna go 5.
5-1? Okay. Okay. Miami 5. I can see that happening. IQ, all you. And then I'll finish this.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree on the Lakers Nuggets. Lakers in 6, but I am hoping the Nuggets prove me wrong and they go to 7, and we'll see who comes out. And similar in the East, where I'm gonna say Heat in 6, but I'm gonna hope it goes to 7.
Okay.
So my
My
feeling is
hope
that it'll
for
go to
sure
6.
7.
Yeah, 7 for both is my hope because these games are just incredible. But I do think if the Lakers go to the finals, it's pretty much theirs to lose. Like they're like we said, they're clearly the favorites.
Yeah. I'm saying Lakers in 5. I still like, even though Nuggets are doing incredible things, I'm a true believer in the better stars will usually win. Obviously, the last series they choked incredibly hard, but I think there's a lot of issues we don't know going behind the scenes with the Clippers. But I think the Lakers are on a mission, so I think it's going to be 5 Lakers in 5. And I'm sticking with my pick. I'm not changing it. I'm saying Celtics in 7. I still think they could do it. I'm still like a big believer, and I'm not too shaken. They had a good game today. Like Jason Tatum makes one layup in the first, they win the game. So, I think he's still clearly the best player in the series. Like I think Jimmy is awesome. He's my favorite player in the league. But like Jason Tatum's offensive package is just something else. And when he's hitting those threes, he's just lethal, bro. So I'm still taking the Celtics. Hopefully Kemba can pick it up, and I'm a believer in Gordon Hayward. So that squad. Taking it 7, I'll probably eat my words, but I'm still keeping it. And I mean that's all for today. Not too many games, and I think we're gonna start mixing it up, especially when the off season comes around. But I mean these games have been incredible. None of them have been real blowouts, so which has been really good. And I'm very thankful to both Eric and Q for coming on, and we'll definitely have them back. And I'm not sure when, but we'll definitely have him back. And this has been episode 4, and we outie.
Thanks for having us on.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.